Bzzz. 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 Hi guys, how are you? Yeah, baby, what are we painting tonight? Oh my goodness. Look at that, we got the honeybees. Honeybee, right? Ah, look at it. Buzzy. So welcome, you guys. For those of you who don't know me, oh, hello, Skimmy. How you doing up there in Skimmy Land? My name is what's my name? Good God. My name is Artist Nicole, and I own Artful Nights, Maine. Hey, Barbara Reed. Hey, Stephanie Camp. How you do? You related to Andy. And I own Artful Nights, Maine. And my rules are absolutely simple, you guys. Yeah, still getting over pneumonia 5 weeks later. Yes, you guys eat, you drink. Hello, Anita Robinson, Cuckoo Cachoo, Heather Bookin from Ontario. Hi, honey. Brenda, Ayulep. Hello, Amy Ladd. How are you, honey? Oh, Skimmy. Hello, Ian Dumont. Good to see you again. So, rules are absolutely simple. You guys at home, you eat, you drink, you have the most fabulous time of your life. Don't get out the stinger. And that's it. Other than that, I have no rules, okay? What I mean by that is I'm going to teach you how to paint this beautiful Gnome. We've got the little buzz bees. We've got the honey pot hat. And then I threw in some bee balm flowers, right? But if you want to do something totally different, okay? If that little buzzer comes up and stings you in the watupi and you decide you want to do something totally different, you go for it. Because art is what makes your heart happy. There's no right. There's no wrong. All you gotta do, Nancy Sanfilippo, Rebecca Cook, how you doing? How long is this gonna last? Well, my guess is about 2 hours. However, sometimes it takes a little more. Hello, Suzanne Verhill, how you do? Okay, hello, Sharon Viola Morton. What's happening, baby? Okay, and I took the liberty of pouring your paints tonight. So what you're going to have is you're going to have a light blue, or you can use a aqua or whatever color you want for the background. That's your world. Okay, we've got blue. We got yellow. We've got black. I have 2 piles of white. And what that's going to be is one of these piles of white, it's going to be my dirty white. One of them is going to be my clean white. Doesn't matter. My name is Nicole White. Fight. No, just kidding. You pick one color that you're going to use to blend things, which you can get other paint in. And then the other white's going to stay clean for the end when we do the beard. Okay? And then for my bee balm flowers, I chose a dark red, which basically all you do is you take red, add a little black, and what do I call this? Burgundy. Makes a little burgundy. We got a little purple in there, tiny bit of pink, and some green. Look at that. Almost looks like a Gila monster. Ooh, color. Okay, so who's ready to start this little show? Because I know I am. All right, so here we go. So the first thing that we are going to do, okay, I'm going to give you another look-see so you can see this up close. Now, you guys feel free, okay? I always put a picture of this in my discussion, all right, on the Facebook event. Because as you know, I don't have a website. I'm not that cool. So if you love me, you gotta like Artful Nights Maine, because that's how you get the replay. So that's why I tell you to like Artful Nights Maine. All right, but in the discussion on this event, there's always a picture. You guys can copy that picture, and then you can print it off. And then you have a what do you call that? I can't remember the word because I'm having a brain fart. But you have that to go by. Okay, so that is always an option. People have asked me if I do traceables. No, I do not. Why not? Because I want you guys to learn. I want you to learn how to paint so that you can use those skills forever. If I do traceables, basically, hun, you're doing a paint by number. And anybody can do a paint by number, okay? But I want you to have these skills that'll last a lifetime. So when you decide you want to get your create on, you grab your brushes, jump outside and paint a landscape, okay? Here we go. Oh, thank you, June Barrier. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do at Mr. B-Bomb is everybody's going to take their big kahuna brush, and I'm going to call this one Ringer Stinger. How many of you guys have been stung by the bee? I know I have. You know, I'm like, do-do-do-do-do, ow! You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what we're going to do with our Ringer Stinger. Hi, Ruth from Puerto Rico. Hello, Joe Hill. You guys are going to double dip him. All right? We're going to have white on one side, Ringer Stinger, ooh, and blue on the other, okay? And what you guys are going to do is you are going to take that white and that blue, and you are just going to stroke it, babies. Oh, look at this. I think I painted myself. Oh, well, yes, I did. I got all excited. Okay? You're going to stroke it to the left, and you're going to stroke it to the right. And what's going to emerge is this beautiful sky for your little Gnomey, right? His little world right there. See that? And that's why we double dip. The reason why I double dip, I love you too, Anita Albert. The reason why I double dip is because it allows you to create this beautiful sky in one fell swoop, right? We get her done right off the bat, right off the button. Okay, look at that. Woo! Gosh, she's gorgeous. Come here, you little bee-bum and gnome. Let's get right up in there, okay? And you guys are going to take this all the way to the bottom, okay? All the way to the bottom of your canvas, just like this, all right? Now, for those of you guys who heard about my bird adventures and gave me all that great advice, okay? I had one more Oreo, which was so exciting. But this morning, I had a titmouse. I really did. A little tufted titmouse. I'm so excited. But mostly, I am still feeding squirrels. So those buggers, I have a little community of squirrels. And they come, yeah, and they eat all my bird seed. Hello, Tracy Taylor. How you doing, girl? Thank you for joining me tonight, you beautiful thing. Okay? And you guys are all finished when, look at this, your canvas is completely painted. Look at that. All right, we've stroked her out. Maybe I'll add a little bit more blue in here because it was feeling a little light. Look at that. Ooh, maybe a little bit more blue up there. And there you go, you guys. There is your beautiful background. Now, this is a thing, okay? For anybody that knows me. Hello, Deborah. Deborah Love. You got the coolest name ever. How you do? So for anybody that knows me, and it knows me in the real world, I do pay. Hello, Jessica Snipes. Oh, pew pew. So you guys know that I'm a little hyperactive. Did I prep the canvas? What I do, honey, is I buy canvases that are already gessoed. I do not prep them because they're already gessoed. And you can buy those canvases in your local craft store. Okay, honey? I don't prep the canvas because it's already been prepped for me. All right? So that's what I do, hon. Now, when you're all finished, what you guys are going to do is you are going to paint your top, your sides, and your bottom. Because a canvas is never complete until you paint your top and your sides and your bottom. I got to paint this side because you guys can actually see it. All right? This is a step that I hate to do, but that's okay. It turns me into a paint monster while I'm holding it. All right, and there we go. Never paint your bottoms first because you'll get a sticky bottom. And then when you go to take it off your easel, it'll smack you in the head. Nobody wants that. Hi, Paige Carter. How you doing, sweet pea? Hello from Kansas. Ooh, Denise K. LaGrange. I like that. Ooh, hello, Cheryl Violson from Louisiana. I bet you like yourself some Creole. I know I do. Okay, so when you guys are all done, you're going to take that ring and stinger. You're going to put it in the bath water. And then you're going to grab your hair dryers. You're going to dry off this entire background. If you do not, hello, Big Mickey Benkei from Michigan. How you do? How you do? Okay, if you don't have a hairdryer at home, what you're going to do is you are going to give this bad boy, oh, look at that, I think I'm painting my chin too. I was all excited. Okay, you're going to give this bad boy the flat doodle. Hello from Massachusetts, Sharon Gaw from Mississippi. How you doing, baby? Hi from West Virginia. Vicky Swisher-Eiber. How are you, honey? Okay, now, what you guys are going to do, if you do have a hair dryer, you're going to dry this bad boy off. All right? Because one thing we can't do is paint on wet paint. Because what tends to happen is that paint will run on you. Nobody likes that. No, sir. If it runs on us, we gotta catch it, don't we? Ah! Right? Woo! Nobody likes that, I tell ya. I tell ya. All right, let's look. I think we're all done. Alright, got a little spot down there. There we go, look at that. And oh, is that a gorgeous sky or what? Huh? Thanks for calling out my name. You're the only one that does, Paige Carter. Well, good, I hope I got it right. If I see you, I call you. But the thing is, afterward, okay, after I'm all done, first thing I do is I get off this sucker and I erase all those scam links, which takes me about an hour. Jeez, you guys. And then I go through all your comments. So I read everything. So that's why I tell people, write me something cool. You know what I'm saying? Hello, Dawn Guinea from Pittsburgh. Hello, Karen Lee from Maine. Hello, Kathy Zinavage from West Baldwin. I know where that is. All right. So, now that we're all done with that, we've got our beautiful background. The next thing I'm going to have everybody do is everybody's going to grab their medium brush. Okay? We are going to call this the Honey Boo Boo. Why? Because bees make honey. Honey Boo Boo. Get it? Little bear. Okay. And what you guys are going to do with your Honey Boo Boo is you are going to take this and you are going to double dip this with yellow and dirty white, okay? Yellow and dirty white, right? One side of it's going to be yellow, other, as always, I'm a hot mess. You know it, Sherry Oswald. I live to be a hot mess. Okay, you guys, so yellow and dirty white, and what you're going to do, first thing you're going to do, you may ask me, why are we using dirty white, Nicole? Because sometimes when you try to use yellow on a blue surface, it has a little green hue to it. We don't want a green honeypot hat. Okay? So from South Louisiana, Cheryl Viasin. All right, girl. So here we go. First thing we're going to do, we're going to take this yellow and dirty white. And we are going to, okay, I'm going to show you the whole canvas. You guys can see this. We're going to come in and we're going to paint the bottom, I don't know what the word is. The bottom, brim. Brim, that's the word I'm thinking of. Fill it to the rim with brim, everybody, of his honeypot hat, okay? Can you guys see that? Now, what does that look like? It looks like a game controller. Okay, now, where does this start on our canvas? So I would say we are about, let's see, we are a little bit below the halfway point for the bottom of these hats, these little rim hats, okay? So right below the halfway point is where we start the bottom of this brim. See that? All right. That's our first step. Now, one thing I love to do is I love to carve it all out. So you guys have, that's right, Diane Zawicki. That's how us hot messes rule the world, don't we? It does look like a face mask. Right, okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to have you do, here we go. Here's the second part of that honeypot hat, okay? Looks like a little donut if it's sitting on top of there. Like a, ew, ew. Okay, see that? That's number 2. All right, and again, we're using yellow and dirty white right there. Ooh, maybe I'll make it a little fatter. Why? Just because I feel like it. Okay, see that? There's number 2. And now, what we're going to do, we're going to come on the top of this guy with the third part of that honey pot. Look at that. Woo! Woo! Honey pot, honey pot. Okay. There we go. There's that. Look at that. A little bit thinner. Perfect. Looks like a little beehive, doesn't it? Buzzy, buzzy, buzzy. Okay? So there you go. That's the 3 sections of that hat that look like a honey pot. Now what you're going to do is you're going to come up, just like this. You're going to bring that hat around town like this. And then you're going to bring it down. Okay? There's number 1. See that? Just a nice line that comes off that honey pot. Will this video be available for replay? Okay, thank you for saying that, Jessica. Because I feel like it, right? Thank you, Sharon. Yes, all of these videos, I started doing these videos during COVID because in the real world, I do shows live in person. But during COVID, we were all in these restrictive settings and all this other stuff. So that's when I started doing live videos. Are they available? Yes, they are available to you immediately following that on my Facebook page. That's why I have everybody like Artful Nights Maine. Then what I do is I remove them from my page and I put them on my YouTube channel, which is Artful Nights Maine with Silly Artist Nicole. So for the rest of your life and my life, or however long YouTube goes, these tutorials are going to be available for you for free on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. So please subscribe. Okay? Yes, so yes, it is available immediately afterward. And that's why I tell you guys, I'm a little hyper. I go a little fast. Don't stress yourself out. Okay? Get as far as you can go. Or just watch through it because it's kind of fun, you know? And then do it another time. They're always going to be available to you. Okay? All right, now here we go. Here's number 2. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in like this. Okay, see that? Just that one little doo-doo. And then, here we go. We're going to connector. Connector. There, look at that. And that is your entire Gnomey hat. Look at him. Oh my gosh, I got my honeypot hat. Okay. Now, next thing I'm going to have you guys do, you're going to take your ringer stinger. Here we go. Here's ringy stinging. I want you to make a pale yellow. So a yellow that looks like a buttercream. So use your dirty white and a tiny bit of yellow. And you guys are going to make a pale buttercream. And what you're going to do is you're going to come in this honey pot and you are going to paint in your first coat of paint using an underpainting. Okay, this is just the underpainting. This is not the final honey pot hat, but go in there and paint it like the contour of that hat. Here we go. We're going around the racetrack. Ooh, ooh. Here we go. Look at that. Boom, chakalaka. Okay, there's my first section of that hat. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that little ringer stinger. Ooh. I got you, didn't I? Oh, yes, Ann Dumont. Thank you, honey. Do not click on those spam links. This is a absolutely free show. If you click on the spam links, what they do from other countries, they steal your credit card numbers. So don't click on those spam links, okay? It's a free show. All you got to do is like Artful Nights Maine and be with me at 7 o'clock on Sunday. Like the page and you'll get the replay. Okay? That's it. Don't click on it. Here we go. Here's number 2. I'm going to come in and I am going to paint in the second part of that honey pot. Thank you, Pooh Bear, with your little honey pot. Okay? Excuse me. Take another little bit of that buttercream. You're going to come in. You're going to paint the third part of that honey pot. There we go. Ooh, tutti frutti tutti time. For some reason, I cannot get that song out of my head. All right. Oh, that one was a little more yellow, but that's okay. I don't care. This is my underpainting. And then I'm going to come in with my big old ringer stinger. Whoa, look at that. And I'm going to paint the rest of the hat. Okay, we're going to paint the hat and forget it. There we go. We're just going to forget about it. All right, because we're moving on to bigger and better things. All right, so there's the hat. Okay? Awesome blossom, all right? Now, what you're going to do is, I'm going to shake my hand so I can get some feeling in it. Come back to me. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to focus on, you see those little Gnomey shoes we got down there? See those little buggies? Yeah, Gnome shoes. Look at that. Woo, baby. Okay? So what I'm going to have you guys do is, okay, this is my honey pot. Halfway down, all right? I'm going to take, excuse me, I'm going to take a little bit of black and go, bloop. So now I know where my halfway point is. Okay? And from that halfway point, I am going to carve out, ooh, look at this. Looks just like a rainbow, doesn't it? See that rainbow? That's one side. And what I do on one side, I got to do on the other. Ooh, looks like a big gigantic bird. Huh. Yes, yeah. Okay, there's one, there's two. Just like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put a little sole on them shoes. Okay, a little sole on them shoes. Right? Just like when you're listening to your Soul Train music. There's one shoe. And here's the other. Look at that. Boom. There. Right? Oh, yeah. Oh, looks like that one's a little bigger. I gotta add a little bit more to this one. Okay? There you go. Now, you can take that medium brush, or I forgot what I called it already, but that's all right. I don't know. But that's all right. That's okay. That's a good part. Okay, here we go. And then we're going to fill in this one. Get that. Boom. Okay? There. Now we have our little Gnomey shoes. And, let me see here. I guess I'll make this one a little higher so we can match as friends. Okay? Yeah, baby. Nothing I like better than a pair of little Gnomey shoes, huh? Gnomey. How's your shoes? Okay, I evened them out a little bit. All right, now, what you guys are going to do next? Well, you know what? Maybe we'll widen those shoes a little bit. You know why? Because I forgot that I gave this guy bell bottoms. Okay, honey boo boo. Thank you, Ann Dumont. Oh my God, I love you. You are my hero every day. Okay, so I am going to widen out these shoes just a little bit so that they kind of almost hit the edge of that honey pot. See that? I'm going to widen out this one. Ringer. That's right, Heather Bookin. Ringer stinger. Okay, I'm going to widen that one out because the wider I make these shoes, the wider I can make his bell bottom. See that? Okay. All right. Now, you guys, can you stain the canvas with a sealer and leave outside like wood paintings? Says JCD Marrod. Yes and no. Okay, JC? So yes, you can always put a sealer on there, and that's a great thing to do. It gives it a little bit more archival quality. I use a product, it's made by Rust-Oleum 2X. It's a blue 2X on it, and it's a clear coat that you can use to seal your paintings. However, and your wood, right? We use that to seal our wood. And you can find them wherever you are. You know what I mean? Go into a professional art store, anywhere that you are, and they will recommend a sealer. However, I would never put a canvas painting outside. And that's because the moisture can get in the canvas and you can get mildew and all those sorts of things. So yes, I would absolutely recommend you seal your canvas paintings, but I would not recommend putting them outside. Because if you're anything like me, I mean, we in Maine, like the weather changes, like I change my hair color. You know what I'm saying? All the time. So, oh, look at that. Still got that little booger down there. So, guys, I would not recommend ever putting canvas outside. Okay? Because it can absorb moisture and it'll probably ruin your painting. All right. So, next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to... I'm going to dry off his shoes because I don't want any of that black paint in my bell bottoms. No siree. All right, now you guys are going to grab your medium brush, your little honey bubba. And what we're going to do is we're going to come in. I love this guy because he's such a hippie, right? Go figure. Right in the middle, you guys are going to take that yellow buttercream, Okay? And you're going to put a line right in the middle of those little shoes. All right? And then, here we go. Watch this. I'm going to have you guys outline the shoes just like this. And you're going to go a little further. Why? Because he's using bell bottoms, baby. Look at that. I don't know why I was having a bell bottom kind of day when I developed this honey boo-boo, but I did. All right. And then you're going to come up. Woo. See that? Boom. Just like that. There's one bell bottom. See that? Oh, I thank you, Delia. You are awesome. All right, now what we're going to do, we're going to come in the other side. We're going to cover up the other side of his little honey pot shoe. And then we're going to give it a little point over here. Right? Because he is a super duper hippie machine. Look at that. Whoa. This is like dance fever, baby. Dance fever. Okay. Now you guys are going to take that buttercream, okay? Not the full-on yellow. Because of the fact that, yet again, we would end up painting our, what do you call that? Painting, well, never mind. I can't talk and paint tonight, apparently. All right, so what you guys are going to do is you're going to paint in that buttercream, just like this. Look at that. Ooh, there's our first layer. All right, you looking all hippy-dippy. You ready to go dance some disco fever? There's number 1. And here comes number 2. Look at this. Yeah, baby. Here we go. Okay. All right, there's the second bell bottom. Okay. He's well on his way to looking like a super duper pooper. Let me tell you that. All right? All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to have you guys do, you're going to grab that ringer stinger. Yet again. Hello, Glenda Williams. How you do, girl? Okay, grab your clean ringer stinger. And you guys are going to come in and you are going to paint in this little honey pot full on yellow. Look at that. Oh, now she's pretty, isn't she? Yes, sir. Look at that. Woo! Oh, here comes my honey pot. There she is. Look. Oh, my goodness. Okay, there's number 1. All right, now you're going to come in. You're going to do number 2 right here. Whoop. Come on around with that little ringer stinger. Number 2, give that full-on yellow. Oh, she's beautiful. Okay, look at that. That yellow's popping. Just like Jiffy popcorn right there, huh? All right, remember that little trick, too, about doing an underpainting if you're using colors like yellow or red. Now, I do not use heavy-bodied acrylics, okay? If you use heavy-bodied acrylics, you might get away with just 1 coat, but I do not for these 2-hour paintings. I think they're way too difficult for your 2-hour paintings, and they're expensive, and these are just, you know, if you're going to paint a masterpiece or you're going to paint a commission piece, absolutely use heavy-bodied acrylics, you know. But if you're just having fun, then get away with using the craft paint. You know what I'm saying? They're easier, it's smoother, and a lot easier to use, especially if you're a beginner, right? Who wants to challenge himself by trying to work with sticky paint? Okay? Woo! Look at that. Boom! Boom! All right. Boom! Look at that. Boom! All right, make noises. Talk to your painting. When you talk to your painting, beautiful things happen. I'm telling you. Now, look at how yellow-licious it is. I know. Right? My yellow is golden. I don't know, honey. I don't think it is. But maybe it is, Delia. Could be. Just like me, little golden eagle. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing down here on his bell bottoms. Let's come in with some yellow. Mine are 100% dry. And if yours are super wet, don't go crazy. Here, maybe we'll give him a little doot-doot. Here we go. Give him a little doot-doot. Dry those little tutti-frutti bell bottoms. Yeah, baby. Okay, there we go. We'll dry them off. See, that's the thing. If you guys dry off that paint, you can do almost anything to it. Okay. Oh, had a little red on that brush. All right. You guys, I was painting a buoy when, right before I started this. I'm painting a buoy for another show. So, lobster buoy. Go figure. All right. Here we go. There's that yellow right up in his little bell bottoms. Okay. All right, we're bringing her back in. Like I said, if you're having problems getting that paint on there, give her a little dryer, hair dryer. Nothing wrong with that. Boop, 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 boop. See that? Beautiful. There's my first bell bottom. Now I'm going to come in and do my second bell bottom. There you go. Look at this. Oh, little honey boo-boo. You are doing such a good job, right? Oh, I'm talking to my brush now. There we go. Okay, so look at that. Look at this guy. You can almost see him coming through. Can you undercoat with another color? What I do is, honey, whenever I undercoat, I either use white or what I do is I take a little bit of that color that I'm using. So if I'm trying to undercoat yellow, what I'll do is I'll take a tiny bit of that yellow and create like a tinted primer. You know, that's what they call it when you're buying at the Home Depot. Okay, but I make a tinted primer with a tiny bit of the color in white. Okay, so there you go. And who's that? Anita Albert. Okay, great question. All right, so there we go. We got that done. Now, what I am going to have you guys do next, okay, is, whoop, maybe I need a little bit more yellow on here. Looks like it came off because I wasn't really. There we go. All right. She got a little chunky. All right. Now, the next thing I am going to have you guys do, okay, is everybody on their paint plate, you're going to take a scoop of white. All right, scoop of white. You're going to take a tiny bit of yellow, right? And let me show you here, right on the edge. See this? See this little, oh, it kind of looks like something, doesn't it? And you can take a tiny bit of pink, okay, magenta pink, all right, because what we're doing now is we are mixing a color for that Gnomey nose. And is it okay to talk to your brush or painting as long as it doesn't? Yes, I do it all the time. You got to show that painting who's boss. You got to make that painting you know what. All right, you show it. Say, I'm your leader. Take me to your leader, okay? Oh, you should see me in my car. I'm like talking to myself all the time. You know what I mean? Okay, so can you guys see that color? This is the Gnomey nose right there. All right, look at that, Baba. Okay, that's the color for our Gnomey nose. All right, and what I am going to have you guys do is we're going to grab our little tsetse fly, this guy right here, right? We're going to call him the Teetsy Fly. I don't know why, but just cause. All right, see it? Ooh, little detail brush. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to take that color that you just made. You're going to put it on that Teetsy Fly. All right? Teetsy. And you're going to carve out your Gnomey nose. All right, now you can make this nose a big stinking nose. You can make it a small nose. I gotta look at it. I got a crooked nose. I gotta fix that. Okay, you can make it whatever size nose you want because guess what? It's your world, right? See that? Gnome. I like that nose you got there. Is it still crooked? Why, yes, it is. All right, and generally, Gnomey noses are shaped like an egg. Okay, just like an egg. All right, now I'm gonna grab my Honey Boo Boo. Honey Boo Boo, is that you right there? I'm gonna grab that Honey Boo Boo. Take a little bit of that pink or whatever, my nose color, and here we go. We're gonna paint it in, okay? And when you paint it in, you're gonna paint it in a circular motion, just like this. All right, just like a day at the races. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Oh, this one's in the lead. Oh, no, just kidding. Okay. There we go. You make that nose as big and as wild and amazing as you want to. Because he's your Gnome. Right? He's your Gnome. Don't let anybody define your Gnome. Okay, see that? Beautiful. All right, you guys. Now, what we are going to do next, I'm going to have you do one more step before we get to halftime. Okay, this is going to be our final step. And what I'm going to have you guys do, all right, now I made this Gnomey beard wicked curly. I don't know. I like it. All right, let's do it. So what I'm going to have you do is you're going to take on your paint plate, you're going to take a little bit of black, because black is naughty and it loves to travel. Okay, so you're going to take that medium brush, just a tiny bit. That's a little too much, okay? It looks like it's outlined. Are you going to do that with this picture or is it just the original? Lori Barnett, thank you, honey, for asking that question. So whenever we do outline or detail work, we always do it at the end of the painting. I'm going to take you through every step, little honey. But you always do it at the end of the painting because if you try to do the detail work in the beginning, what happens is the wet paint messes it up. So we'll do that outline right at the end, hon. Don't you worry. Okay, and now what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you create a medium gray, okay? So you're going to take a little bit of black. See that? Hey, from England. Sorry you missed the beginning. Oh, that's all right, girl. That's all right. Laws Page, you are okay. You know what to do, honey. You wait till the end, my little English friend, and then you rewind. You get the rewind feature. So don't you worry, Pumpkin Pie. Can you see that gray that we have there? All right, I just made that gray. Now, you're going to grab that Honey Boo Boo. Grab it. Woo, Honey Boo Boo. All right? And what we're going to do is we are going to create somewhat of an underpainting for his beard. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to outline my Gnomey nose. Okay? Just like this. Very carefully. You want to get up there. Whoop, whoop. All right, we don't want to clip his little nose bulb with, yeah, okay? So that's the first thing you're going to do. And then you're going to come out just like this, okay? Right towards the edge of the hat on both sides, all right? That's where that little gray stallion's gonna start. You're gonna go underneath that little corner, just like this. You're gonna go underneath the corner of his honey pot hat, just like this. Hello, Judy Vincent Oyster. Is that oyster or is that a D? Hello, honey. Okay, Natalie Sutherland Lashley. Oh, girl, I'm so glad. I love my Canadian friends. Don't worry about it. I'm working on I was talking about it last week. I'm working on a special painting just for you guys for, what's it called? Canada Day. Which I believe is June 1st, July 1st. I don't know. But anyways, I'm working on it. Oh, I love it, Liz. I'm so glad, honey. Okay. So what I'm going to have you guys do is you are going to come down, okay, and you are going to create a little underpainting for this beard. What? All right? It's going to come down, and you're going to bring it up like this, right on top of those bell bottoms, okay? Can you guys see that? So that is the outline for your underpainting. And then what you're going to do is you're going to paint in this whole underbeard gray, just like this, with that beautiful gray we just made. Okay? Just like that. Boop, 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 boop. Look at that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Swinging like a monkey. That's okay that we got a little bit of yellow in there. No worries, because we're going to be going right over it. Okay? And there you go, you guys. There's my underbeard. What? He's got an underbeard? Why, yes, he does. All right. There we go. Get her even on both sides. We want that underbeard to be doing his thing. There. Okay? So, once you guys get to this point, excuse me, you've got your honey pot, you got your bell bottoms, you got your underbeard, you got your nose. We are going to take a 4-minute intermission. You guys go make that bladder gladder if you need to. Grab some Scooby snacks. Grab another glass of wine. Go look at your bird feeders. No, I'm not going to do that because I don't think they come around this time of night. All right, and I'll see you guys in 4 minutes. Ooh! Ooh, change your paint water too. my halftime speech, okay? Where I tell you. So the one thing I love, like I said, the only thing I ask you guys is that you send me your pictures when you're done, because I love seeing you finish work. Yes, I do. I'm crazy. I love it. So you guys can do that. I created a Facebook group especially for you guys. It's called Artful Nights Maine. I think Silly Artist Nicole's Facebook group or whatever. All you do, you go onto my Artful Nights Facebook page. Right at the top, there's a thing that's called groups. Okay, right next to the event link. Yeah, hit that groups button and you join the group. You may also, I had my customer say to me that didn't work for them. So you might have to actually search Facebook and look for Silly Artful Nicole's Artful Nights Maine group, okay? So find that, share your picture in there. You can message them to me. You can send them to my email, artfulnightsmaine@gmail.com, because I take all your pictures and I post them and I share them to the group, okay? That makes my heart happy. Now, if you... Other thing, like with the group, you can, everybody can interact with each other, which I absolutely love. That's beautiful. You guys can create your own community, and I don't gotta be the middleman, okay? I just get to love you. Other thing is, if you want to send a donation, okay? These are absolutely free shows. I give folks the option because I have folks asking me, how to donate. So if you'd like to make a donation, it's on the thingy in there. If not, don't. This is about you enjoying your time, having fun, okay? Yes, and look at this. Guess what's in? Woo-hoo. We have our new Artful Nights Maine. I told you they were coming. Okay, we have our Artful Nights Maine aprons in. Here we go. $20 make you haul it, no shipping cost. Okay, it does cost a little bit more to send them to Canada. So they're $30 to go outside the country, but $20 if you're inside the country. Okay, all you gotta do is message me if you want a cool apron. We got red and blue. Look at that, looks like the 4th of July. Okay, red and blue. And then finally, last thing, this is next Sunday's painting. We are doing the goldfinch painting that I was unable to do because I was under the weather a few weeks ago. So here are your goldfinches on your goldfinch house. So that's going to be next Sunday, 7 o'clock, same time, same place. Okay? So hopefully I'll see you guys all back then. All right, it's Gnome time. Gnome time. To watch the paint video I missed it. Yes, honey, all you got to do is wait till the end, and then right excuse me, right on my Artful Nights Facebook page, it'll be available for you. Good. You thought you missed the goldfinches. No, you didn't, Dana. You're a good girl. I want one apron. Bring it to... You got it, Sherry Stewart. I saw that, baby. Okay. Now, what I am going to have you guys do, now that we're at this point, hopefully this is dry. If it's not dry, that's why I take an intermission. Give this sucker a little time to dry out. Okay? Now, what I'm going to have you do, if it's not dry, we are going to dry it up. Okay? There we go. Give her a little dry. Okay? Now, if you guys need to, all right, if you need to add a third coat, I am not going to add a third coat simply because of the fact that I don't want to keep you guys here too late tonight, okay? But what I am going to do is I'm going to tone down the pink of my nose. I'm going to add a little yellow and white on there, All right, we're going to give that a second coat. That way he doesn't look like he's, you know, doesn't look like he's been at the sifter. Okay, so I'm going to throw down my little pink nose by adding a little yellow and white to my pink. Look at that. Ooh, there's that Gnome nose. All right, we'll bring that in there. Good. Don't want him to look like he's been at the sifter. Okay, there we go. All right, now is when, I know somebody had asked me about details. This is when we bring in the details, once it's had a time to dry. So, first thing we're going to do, I'm going to have you guys take a little bit of that buttercream, okay? If you don't have any left, make some more, all right? So, if you don't have any buttercream left, make some more, which is just yellow and white, okay? We are going to take our little BB, right? Our little honey boo-boo. And right on top of those shoes, you're going to go swoosh like that on one shoe with buttercream. And then we're going to go swoosh like that on the second shoe. Now that makes the shoe give it a little pop. So you can see the top of those shoes, okay? Just like that. And next thing we're going to do, we're going to take that buttercream, but I'm going to have you add a tiny bit of white because I want that buttercream to pop. Okay? Oh, white, get out of there. Hold on. Apparently I need to shake up my white. There we go. See that? See, you show your paint who's boss too. All right. Now, we're going to mix up that light buttercream. You guys are going to highlight his hat, okay? So look at this. Here we go. There's the first highlight right there. Woo! See? Right there, right on top of that hat. See that? Now, if it's too powerful, right? Like, look at this. Oh, look at that. Oh, all I gotta do, mix a little yellow in. Look at that. Man, tone her right down. Okay? There's the highlight on my hat. Now, what I have to do, I'm going to take a little bit more of that buttercream, and I'm going to add a little highlight on the first layer of this honey pot. Look at that. See that? There's some white right on top of that honey pot. See? Ooh, you getting it. You getting it. Now we're going to come up. Ooh, add some more right there. Okay. We're going to come up. Add our last little highlight. Ooh, right across here. See that? Oh, thank you, honey boo-boo, for making a nice highlight. Okay, there's that. That's where that's catching the light. All right. Now, we're going to wipe off that brush. You guys are going to take some of that white and look at this, right on top of that Gnome nose. Ooh, choo. See that? Add a little white up there. Okay, we got to have that Gnome nose shining, right? Boom, boom. So right on top of your Gnome nose. Okay? And then the last place you're going to put that yellow buttercream is in the front of those bell bottoms. Look at this. Okay? There we go. Right? We got to get them bell bottoms popping. So there's that one. And here's this one. Look at that. Boom. Boom. Okay. Whoa, there we go. All right. Front of those bell bottoms. Now, what I'm going to have you do next is you're going to take a little bit of white. A little bit of that yellow. Okay? On your paint plate. And you can add a little bit of burgundy to it. So that's red, okay? Just a tiny bit. because we're going to tone down that yellow, but we're going to make that yellow one hue darker. Does that make sense? I'll show you what it looks like. All right, I've toned her down. There we go, right there. Can you guys see that? And I just added a tiny bit of burgundy to make it a little darker, okay? So it's like this orangey yellow. I'm mighty close to you, aren't I? Oh! Don't look up my nose. Okay. Now, what you guys are going to do with this yellow, you're going to come in, all right? And this yellow, this darker color that we just made is going to go on the underside of the bottom of your honey pot. Look at that. Boom. Look at that. You're just going to work it in so that you've got this nice shadow in here. See that? Ooh, that's mighty nice, isn't it? All right. And if it's too much, you always have the option of taking yellow and going like this, okay? And blending it in. All right? So don't worry if you get too much of that darkness in there. Okay, look at that. There we go. There's our first shadow, you guys. All right. Now I'm going to take a little bit more of that color. Okay. You're going to go on this side of the honey pot. Look at that. Ooh, right on the bottom. Okay. And you're going to work that in. Look at that. There's another shadow. I'm being followed by a moon shadow. So now we've taken a little bit of that color and we've worked it in on the underside of this one. I'm grabbing a little yellow and I'm blending. Ooh, look at that. Yes, sir. Okay. There we go. There's the second part of that honey pot hat. All right. Now I'm going to take a little bit more. We're going to bring it up a stage. Look at this. Woo. Okay. Bring it right up here on the underside of that honey pot hat. Ooh, making another shadow. That's right. That's what we do. Okay. That way our honey pot hat is 3-dimensional. What? Oh, yeah. We don't want him to have a flat honey pot hat. Okay, see that? We added a little up there. How did you darken the yellow? Says Kimberly Rufty, Denmark. Well, Sweet Pea, all I did, okay, and not very much. You remember I told you about that burgundy color, which is just red and black mixed together? I took a tiny dot of that burgundy, mixed it in with some yellow, and created this color right here, okay? That's the color I'm using for that darker highlighting shadowy color. Okay, sweetie? All right, and not too much. You really don't want it too dark, okay, honey? You want it all to blend together, but you want it to have a deep shadow. Okay, my love? All right. Now, last thing I'm going to do with this color, I'm going to work it in up here. Okay, right on the corner of that hat. Look at that. Because that little doot-doot on the hat, right? Look at it. It's creating a shadow. Okay? And when I put that in there, if I feel like it's too dark, I'm just going to come in with a little yellow and just blend it in. Look at that. Boom. I'm going to add a little yellow here. There's a little blue. Okay? Look at that. Bum, bum, bum. Choo-choo-choo-choo. That's all we do. Right? And then, last part of that hat that gets a little bit of that grungy bungee is right down here, right on the bottom. Right on that last slick rick right there. Okay, I'm going to put some of that blendy color, and then I'm going to pull a yellow onto it. work it in. Look at that. Woo! See that? Perfect. Now that hat's got the depth and dimension, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Okay. Now, what I'm going to have you guys do is we're going to go back down into those bell bottoms. Okay? We've got that yellowish, reddish color. And we're going to put a nice little, we're going to work that in right above that bell bottom hump, okay? Let me show you what I'm talking about. Nicole, what are you talking about? See that? So you're going to work that color in. Now, if you notice, I'm missing a little yellow on my bell bottoms. So I'm going to bring that back. Very light touch. So if that ever happens to you, where you go in and you're like, ooh, yeah, I'm gonna paint that in, right? And then the paint comes off. All you have to do with a very light touch is you're gonna go in there later, okay? Look at that. See, now we've highlighted the top of those bell bottoms. All right, there's one side. How do you watch the replay? You just like Sandy Marie, like Artful Nights Maine on Facebook, honey. And immediately after this, it's going to go on my page, okay, hon? So you can watch that replay right on Artful Nights Maine on Facebook. All right, there we go. I'm going to add a little bit of that action right on top of that highlight. Look at that. And then I'm going to bring a little on this side. Look at that. Ooh, look at that, everybody. Okay? And that is how we highlight his bell bottoms. Okay? And I think I went a little bit too much with that white. So I'm just going to bring this right down into that white. All right. Well, maybe not that much. All right. All right. There we go. All right. So that is how we highlight our Gnome. Okay? Now, before I do anything else, what I'm going to have you guys do is we are going to do the outline on the Gnome. So everybody's going to grab their little tsetse fly. Tsetse fly, don't bite me, tsetse fly. Okay? So grab that tsetse fly. Guess what? I'm getting my hair done tomorrow. I'm so excited. Ah! My little Margot girl. She's going to create some magic. Okay, so here we go. We got our tsetse fly. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the black outline. Okay? So, I put a tiny bit of black on my tsetse fly. Now, for you guys at home, okay? Remember, when we use our detail brush, how we get a fine line is when we ease up on that pressure, okay? Don't be aggressive. Very, very light touch. And that's how you get a fine line with your tsetse fly. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in. See that? I'm going to bring that back, black outline. Right there. And then I'm going to come down. And you notice how my line is not perfectly perfect. That's okay, okay? This is a very loose outline on this whimsical guy. All right? Now we're going to come in here. Go right over the top. Right over the top of that little honey pot hat. Ooh, look at that. Oh, yeah. She getting it. She getting it. Take your time on this. Okay. There we go. There's the top. Okay. Now, I'm going to work on each one of those humps. Those humps. Those lovely honeycomb humps. Okay. So here we go. We're going to outline the outside of them like this. All right. Going to come in on the in-betweeny and very loosely. So that's what I mean by very loosely. All right. You're not putting this nice thick, perfect line. No siree. All right, it's a broken line. There we go. Beam, bada, beam, bada, beam, bada, boom. Okay, there's number one. Very loose. All right, loose like a goose. Okay, now we're going to come in here. Do our second one. Okay. Just like that. Go right underneath, loose like a goose. Boo 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 boo. Okay. There's number two. And then we're gonna come in and we're gonna do number three. Oh, nice. All right, looks just like one of those little sleeping things, huh? Right over that nose. And another little trick, okay, when you guys are outlining, all right, and you're using your little tsetse fly, is to add a little water to the paint that you're using. Because if that paint is a little bit looser, it's a lot easier to make a continuous line with it, okay? So add a couple drops of paint water, not more than that. All right, you just want it nice and loose, but not so, not so wet that it runs. All right. Nobody likes a dripper. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna put a nice solid outline around his nose. Okay. There you go. Watch this. Oh, we're going to bring it around that nice little bulbous nose, just like that. See that? And then the last outline we are going to do is on his bell bottom. So we're going to come down, whoop, on the outside of those bell bottoms. And then we're going to bring it around. Wow. See that? Bring it around town. Mine is taking a long time to dry. That's all right, Sally Boss. You know what, sweetie? That's okay. The better thing to do is to have patience and do it later than try to rush it, okay? You don't want to rush it, Pumpkin, because you're going to mix your colors and you're going to end up regretting it. So make sure that it's dry, hon. And like I said, replay is always available. So you got to do this again tomorrow night, Sweet Pea. You do it. Okay? It's better that you like it than stress yourself up. All right. Now I'm going to put a tiny little line between the bell bottoms. And there we go. Look at that. Gnomey, you are looking so good. Gnomey. Okay? Here we go. All right. Now before we get into the flowers or anything, the beard, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you guys do your honeybees. Why? Why not? Okay. So, the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to have you, let's see here. Yeah. I'm going to have you take your little ring-a-stinger, your little tsetse fly, and we're going to come in and we're going to paint in the body of those bees. Now, the body, we're using white, okay, or buttercream, okay? So watch this. This is what the body of the bee looks like. It looks like a raindrop. Look at that. Just like a raindrop, okay? So there's number one. Now that raindrop does not include its head. So there's number one, all right? And you're going to fill it in with the buttercream. Whoop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay? And then, where else do I want to be? Oh, I'll have a bee right here, okay? Same thing. Another raindrop right there. Look at that. Boom. Okay, and then I'm going to fill it in. All right, and while those bees are drying, I am going to clean off my little tsetse fly. See this guy right here? I had another tsetse fly. I have a whole gaggle of tsetse flies over here. All right, I'm going to put it in my paint water so I get a nice fine point on it. And then what I am going to do is I am going to grow some grass. Can you see this grass all along the bottom? Just like that. So here we go. I take my tsetse fly. This is how we grow grass, okay? You're going to take your tsetse fly. You're going to dip it in your green. All right, just a little bit on the tip. And then watch this. Boom! See that? Oh, yeah. Boom! All right? And I usually have you say, boo-bah! Okay? Start at the bottom because you never want, excuse me, to have floating grass. No way, Rose, because that looks weird. Okay? So all the way across, boom. Somebody asked me, what kind of paint am I using? I am using acrylic paint, Miss Darla. I use craft paint. I do not use heavy-bodied acrylics when I'm teaching these short classes because they're too hard to work with. So I use brands like Apple Barrel. You can get them right at your local Walmarts. I use Craft Smart paint that you can get at Michael's. And yeah, I use crafting paint when I teach these. Now, when I do, you know, like my commission pieces and stuff, then I'll use heavy-bodied acrylics. However, for these paintings, no way, Rose. Heavy-bodied acrylics are hard to work with. And these are quick paintings. These are not extensive paintings. All right, here we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Make those noises. It comes out better. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Look at that. Woo, baby. All right, you're just going to put a fine layer of grass all along the bottom. You're not thinking. You are not criticizing yourself, because I will not have that. You're giving yourself a bunch of love, right? Love grass. Whoo! Who doesn't like some love grass? Okay? And then Susan Ross Meacham, long weekend at OOB. Well, I am so glad, honey. Family gonna turn in tonight, get some Z's. All right, girl. You send me that finished product, baby. Okay? There we go. Look at that. And that is all you guys need to do. Boop, 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 boop. Okay? Just a nice fine layer of grass. Just so that little Gnomey has something to step on. You know what I'm saying? All right? Here we go. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Okay? And there we go. That's it. What? I know. All right. Now, what I am going to have you guys do next. Oh, yeah. It is time. It's time for the Gnomey beard. You guys are going to need some fresh white. That was my paint, not me. Okay? Use some fresh white. Yeah, I got to put a little white paint in there. Okay? We're going to use our little guy. Because what I did with this Gnomey beard was I made it curly, all right? Just like my hair in the morning. Okay? So here we go. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take this little guy. We're going to go right under his little nose, and we're going to put in his moustache. Now, you remember how you just did that Gnomey grass? Well, you're going to do the same thing for his moustache. On this side, you're going to come this way. Okay? Right? just like a little Scottish Terrier. And on this side, you're going to come this way. Look. Ooh, da-do. Now, loosen up that white because, like I said, if you add a couple of drops to that white, you'll loosen it up, or any kind of color you're trying to use this tiny detail brush, it will allow you to create a more, you know, a less segregated line there. You know what I mean? You want that line to stay together. Come together. My line for my painting. Okay, so this is what we do first. We gotta give that guy his little Gnomey mustache. All right? Give him the goods. Okay? There we go. Oh, thank you, Gnome. Don't sneeze now. Okay, so there's his Gnomey mustache. Now, for me, all right, my whole life I've had this crazy curly hair. Okay, so curls gonna come naturally to me. But I'm going to show you this up close. All right? So basically, what I'm doing is I am wiggling out that brush, and I'm creating that scraggly little mane. Okay? That scraggly little mane on him. Okay? So watch this. I got my little tsetse fly. Whoops, sorry about that. Okay? And I'm going to come right up in here and I wiggle. Look at that. What? That's all I'm doing. I know what those curls look like. Then I'm going to come up. Wiggle. Just like that. Okay? Make those noises. Wiggle. Make turkey noises. Why not? We got turkeys. Okay, and I'm going to come out, right? Bring out those scraggly muffins. Make sure they go all the way out to the side, just like that. Okay? Now, we got to get underneath his mustache. Woo! Woo! Okay? And what I'm doing is I'm just giving you the boundaries of that mustache. Because you're going to end up doing a lot more squigglies. Okay, look at that. Woo, you're just letting it go. Woo, baby. You want him to be a scruffy little muffin. Okay? Woo. Make those noises. Like I said, it's so much funner. All right, right under here. Boom, bada, boom, bada. Okay, right under here. Woo. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to go all the way around town. Look, you're going to have a couple over here. And then some in there. Why? Because that's what you got to do, make that mustache. Okay, there. All right, so that's the basic skeleton of his beard. So now that I have the skeleton in his beard, what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim for the holes. Do I keep my brush wet or is it better dry? For me, Darla, it's better to have the brush dry. Okay, honey? However, if you, what the trick that I use, all right, when I'm using this brush is I come in, all right, I'm going to grab my paint water and watch this. I'm going to add well, you can't see that because I was a little too close. I'm going to add drops of that paint water to my white. Look at that. And I'm just going to loosen it up till it's about the consistency a little bit thicker than milk. Okay? You don't want it as thin as milk because then it might run. But then you're just going to loosen up that white. And that is what gives me the opportunity to make really good fine lines. Okay? So, now watch this. I look for the in-betweenies. Okay? Well, oh, I got to get in the in-betweenies. So I look for those holes in the beard. And look, start right there. Look. Okay? You don't want any holes in that beard. So what you're going to do is you're going to look for the holes. And you're going to bring in some more scraggly curls. Look at that. Boom. Boom. right? Ooh, ooh, see that? And that's how she's done. Get right in there. Find the holes. Gosh, you guys should see my hair in the morning. No holes, but it looks just like this guy's mustache. Okay? And when you guys are all done with that beard, it should be you can make it as full or as scarce as you want to because it's your world. Okay? If you want to come in, you want to add a few gray whiskers, you can do that. Why not, right? It's your special world. You want them to have some gray whiskers? Maybe you want a salt and pepper Gnomey. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. And you're just going to keep going around until you fill in this Gnomey. Look at that. Boom, boom. Right? I'm so excited to try this. I'm so glad, darling. Girl, you can do this. You can do anything. Okay? Look at that. I'm going to come in. We're filling in those holy molies. Woo! Woo! Right? We're getting right in there. Booga, 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 booga. Booga, booga, booga. Yeah. Okay? Now, like I said, if you guys want to separate it up with a little bit of gray, use the gray that we had before. Add a little water to it. Loosen her up. All right, get right in there. Bring in some gray scragglies. Why not? It's your world. Okay, it's your gnome. You can do whatever you want. You want them to have a little salt and pepper? Ooh, here we go. Here's some salt and pepper. Okay, bring in some gray. Why not? It's fun. Okay? But there you go. There is that Gnomey beard technique. That's my favorite Gnomey beard technique. Normally these guys have, they have these long straight beards. But I don't like that. I like mine to have a little curl to it. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush that mustache right down into those curls because I know that mustache is on top of those curls. Okay? So grab some white. Bring in the second layer on that moustache. Okay? There we go. Right under his nose. Not by the nose of my chin-a-chin-chin. Okay? Now, thank you, Sandy Marie. Now, if you guys went over his little nose thing, right? His little nose highlight. Just come back with some black and re-outline his nose. Actually, I should probably look at it when I'm doing that. Here we go. Okay, just bring back that line on his nose. Okay, just like this. Boom. All right. Now, one thing I don't like about my Gnomey is that his nose highlight is not light enough for me. So I'm going to grab a little white and come right in there. Woo! Look at that. Oh, much better. Okay. Oh, I like that. Okay. So there we go, you guys. And you can take your time and make that beard as full or as skimpy as you want to. Okay. I'm going to stop there. As you can see on the original, it's much fuller, but I'm going to stop there just in the interest of time, okay? Bring in those grays. I know my beard's looking a little sad. All right, now, what you guys are going to do next is you're going to come in and we are going to work on those bees. In the original, I put 3 bees, okay? But because we've got a short amount of time, I got about 25 minutes left, I am only going to put 2 in this one. However, you're going to have the technique to add as many bees or as few bees as you want to. All right? So, first thing I'm going to do with this little bee is I've got my tsetse fly. I'm going to add some black on it, okay? And I'm going to add a little button for my bee head, okay? There you go. So that head is not part of that teardrop, okay? So there's my bee head on this side, and I'm going to paint this guy in. See it? There's his little head, okay? So, and I'm going to add a little head on this guy. This is his little bee head, his little piton. See, you guys, I can speak French in Canada. Piton! Okay? I know, I'm not fluent in it, but piton! Little button. Okay, now you're going to paint in that little bee head on this guy. All right? There's one. And you're going to paint in the little bee head on the other guy. There's two. Okay, there's his little bee head. Well, it seems as though I painted my stove too. Okay, now what you're going to do next is you're going to come into this bee tail, trace it out just like this. Okay? And you're going to paint in the tail. And then you're going to come in. And you're going to paint in a bee stripe. Right there. Okay? All right. And I think I have enough room for one more black stripe. So we're going to do one here and one here. We like a nice stripy bee. See that? There we go. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other bee. Okay. We're going to add our first stripe right here. See that? Whoops. See that? Okay. That's my first stripe. Paint her in black. There we go. And then I'm going to add in my second stripe. Whoop, whoop. Paint that in. Now we're going to do the ringer stinger. Hey, you heard me, Heather, didn't you? You heard my French. Then we're going to do the ringer stinger. All right. Just like that. Whoops, my eyes are starting to go double. I think I've been painting too much today. Ooh, is it tired, okay? So there we go, you guys. You got your two bees in there. Now what you're going to do is you're going to wash off this little brush. Okay? Wash off your little brush. Going to grab some yellow. Some full-on yellow. There we go. And you guys are going to paint on the in-betweenies, just like this. Okay, get that yellow right on the in-betweenie. See that? Now, you may need to, if you're new, okay, and you're afraid that that black's going to run, you might need to, use your blow dryer real quick. Because you do not want to get black in your yellow. Because then your bee will look funky. Okay, there's number 2. We don't want no funky bees. Huh. And there's number 3. Alright, now we're doing the same on the other side. Come here, bee. Whoop. Painting in this part. Boom, 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 boom. Buzzy. Buzzy. You guys can tell when I've been painting too much because I got a little wacky. Well, actually, I'm always wacky. I like that about myself. Makes my heart happy being a little wacky. Okay, there's number 3. I know, honey. All right, now, what I am going to have you guys do is we are going to take this little guy. You guys are going to squeeze him out so he has a nice fine point. Okay, add a tiny bit of black. And then we are going to give this guy his little antennae. Whoop, whoop, see that? There's his antennae. And then we're going to come in and give him little legs. Now you'll probably end up covering up these legs with the wings, and that's okay. See that? 1, 2, and then right down here, we are going to give him, ooh, what are these legs? 1, 2, 3. See that on that side? And what you do on one side, you have to do on the other, right? Okay, so you're going to add your legs here, whoop, add a leg here, and then add another leg right here. See that? He looks like a beetle bee. We're going to go on this side, same thing, antennae, and then 1, 2, and 3. Woo, little bee leg. See that? Going to do the same thing over here. 1, boop, 2, and 3. There we go. Now we got those bee legs and those bee antennae. Now, excuse me, we're going to let these guys dry so that we don't get any black in our wings. Okay? So we're going to let them dry for now. And you guys are going to focus on that bee balm. Bee balm. It's a flower that attracts bees. Ooh, right? Bee balm. Okay? So the first thing that I'm going to have you do, you guys choose whatever color bee balm makes your heart happy. All right? First color I'm going to use is my pink. Okay? Now, before I do that, whoops, I forgot a vital step. We're going to give this guy a hand. So, what you're going to do is you're going to take the same color that you used for the nose, okay? The same color for the Gnomey nose. And you are going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I took my brush. 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers. Okay, so basically, I took my brush and I went 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? And then we're going to grab some more color. We're going to come up. Burp. Okay, we're going to add the hand to those fingers. Just like this. And then I'm going to add a thumbkin. So hold on. You're like, what are you doing, Nicole? I can't even see it. That's all right. Hold on. There we go. I'm going to draw it and then I'm going to show you. Whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4. There and there. Okay. Now, all I did was I added those 4 fingers. I added a thumb, and I added the rest of the hand. Okay? But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of the burgundy color, which was the red with the black, and I'm going to outline that so that it looks like a hand, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay? So we're going to come in, Outline those fingers. Hold on. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Because he's holding his hand like this. He's holding a bee balm flower. And then his little thumb. Ooh, here we go. Where is Thumpkin? Here I am. Okay? Now, just a very rough hand. Okay? But it's a hand that's doing this because he's holding the bee balm flower. See? Ooh. Okay? All right. And it will make sense once he has a flower. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do first, I am going to take that pink. All right. I'm grabbing my little magenta. And I'm going to carve out, ooh, look at that, the center of that bee balm flower. Okay? I'm going to have you take the little brush, put a little pink and white on there, and there you go, the center of that bee balm flower. Okay? Just like that. All right? Thank you, Nelda. And then what you're going to do is you are going to take white on one side of your little, what's this thing called? Oh, the tsetse fly. White and pink on that tsetse fly. And you're just going to go like this. Okay? And we are going to go all the way around. We're going to sprout out those little bee balm flowers like nobody's business, okay? Can you guys see that? We're going all the way around town. Whoa, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? Little pink and white. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, these bee balms are a little bit fun. They look kind of like fireworks, don't they? Okay, so there we go. There are all those little bee balm sprouts. All right, I'm just going to highlight them with some white. Happy little bee balm sprouts coming out. Okay. And we'll bring back the center. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And then we're going to put a stalk in his hand. So, what I'm going to do, clean off my tsetse fly, grab a little green, and here we go. Watch this. Zoop. And zoop down there. And then we're going to give it a little leaf. Okay, so look at that up close. That is the bee balm flower. We are not going nutty. We are not making these flowers perfect. We are just going to make them fun. Right? I know. What's better than that? Nothing. Okay, so there's one bee balm flower. All right, now, what I'm going to have you do, maybe I'll give that a few more little sprouts. Okay, I'll take a little bit more pink and white, and we'll add a few more sprouts in there. Why? Because nobody likes a naked bee balm flower. Okay, now, what you guys are going to do next is you're going to make this plethora of bee balm flowers down at the bottom. Okay? Different colors. You guys are going to put in different colors. You're going to just do your thing. Normally, when I make flowers, I bring the stalk to the flower. But with these bee balms, we're not going to. Okay? So what I'm going to have you guys do is you're going to take a little green and yellow. All right? And you're going to come in and you're going to make little leaves, okay? A little leaf basket for that bee balm flower to sit on. Okay? You're like, Nicole, what the heck are you talking about the bee balm basket? See that? Little bee balm basket with green and yellow. And that's where my bee balm flower is going to sit. I'm going to come here. I'm going to do the same thing over here. And if you got too much yellow, use more green. There we go. Gonna just come in. Look at this. I'm not making it perfect. All I'm doing is making a basket for my bee balm flower to sit on. See that? Beautiful. 5 little leaves, okay? We're going to do the same thing right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Looks almost like a palm tree, doesn't it? Okay? And then over here, I just have room for 2 bee balms. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look at that. Okay? And maybe I'll put one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? There. Ba-ba-ba. Zoom, zoom. So this is that is the bee balm basket that those bee balms are going to sit on. And then what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you take a little bit of green and a little bit of yellow. Green and yellow on that tsetse fly. Watch this. Boom. Boom. We're going to give those palm trees a stalk. Well, thank you, Linda Cornett. Cornett. All right. See, look at that. Bam. There we go. Okay. There's my bee balm stalks. And then, watch this. I'm going to come in. Woo! Give those little bee balms some of those. Okay? Each one's going to get 2 of these little right here. See this? Zoop, zoop. All right? I'm going to go to my big one. Put that on there. All right? That's got a little bit too much white in the stalk, but that's okay. Put that on there. Okay? These little bee balms are a little bit complex, but I didn't care because I thought it was the coolest thing if we're doing a bee painting to bring in some bee balm flowers. There's that one. All right? And same thing over here. Green and yellow for that stalk. Green and yellow for this stalk. Okay? And then you're just going to add in those little flowers or those little leaves on the bottom. See that? 1, 2. They look kind of like palm trees right now, don't they? 1, 2. There we go. So now we are ready to put those bee balms in. Woo! Okay. Take that little tsetse fly, put them in your bath water. You're going to dry off those bee balm stems. You're going to dry off those bees. And we're almost at the finish line, everybody. Okay? So here we go. Woo! Bee balm. I love you, bee balm. You want such a pretty flower. Woo-hoo. Okay. Here we go. All right, so what I'm going to have you guys do next, you're going to grab that tsetse fly. You're going to hang in there because we're almost done, okay? Now on this tsetse fly, I put white and I put that magenta. Look at that. So magenta and white. Magenta and white, okay? And this is going to be my first bee balm. I'm going to poke out the center. Pokey, pokey, pokey. Do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. Okay, look, I just poked out the center. Look at that. Oh, she's a nice center. All right. Gonna grab a little bit more white and magenta and watch this. Boom. Boom. Just like I'm lighting off a firecracker. All the way around that bee balm. See that? Oh yeah, baby. Okay, I'm going to get that first layer on there. Looks like she's going to turn out white. That's okay. Because then I'm going to wipe off my brush. And here comes in the magenta. Bring that in. And all you're doing is think about like an eyelash. Okay? Think about what an eyelash looks like. Right? And you're just going to draw that pinwheel all the way around. Look. There. Look at that. It looks kind of like something out of Dr. Seuss, doesn't it? Fun! Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to make sure that I bring in that center. Okay? It's important to bring that center back. All right. Okay, poke back that center. Now, that was my first bee balm. Okay, I'm going to bring another bee balm on my other side so that that one has time to dry. Okay, I think I'm going to do a pink and a white bee balm. All right, so here we go. We got white on our brush. And we got that magenta on our brush. See that? White, magenta. White, magenta. Okay? Now let's do this guy. We're going to poke in the center. Look. Woo! We poke in the center so we know where to start that firework. Look at that. Boom. Okay? Yeah. All right? Now I'm going to take white and pink on my brush. Here we go. Firecracker, firecracker, firecracker. See that? Ooh, spiky Mikey. Okay, all the way around. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know why I set that up so high, but that's okay. Boom, boom. All right. Boom. Boom, just like a firecracker. Boom, boom, firepower. There's my first thing, a bee balm. Now, I'm going to come in the in-betweenies, and I'm going to add some more petals right on the in-betweenies. Okay, you can make those lighter or darker or whatever you want them to be. I'm going to go some full-ons down here to cover up the fact that I went bee balm crazy. Okay? Can you see that? And then what do? I poke that center back in with the pink and white. Okay? I bring that center right back because I drew it out. Okay? So there we go. Look at that. There's my center. Oh, see that? There's my center. I brought her back. There's that bee balm, okay? So now we have two beautiful bee balms, all right? I may do another one with you later, but it is getting late, so I want to make sure that you guys can get enough sleep before you got to go to work tomorrow, all right? Okay, now what we are going to do is we're going to come in now that our bees are 100% dry, okay? I'm going to teach you guys how to do the wingy dingies. You're going to take some white paint and you're going to add some water to it, all right? And you want to add enough water so that the paint becomes translucent. So you can see through those bee wings. So you're going to add enough water to make it see-through, but not enough to get the dripsies. We don't want that. Okay, so we're making a wash with that paint water, with that white paint. And then you guys are going to come in, okay, right here, and here we go. Here is our first wing. All right, just like that. See that? Beautiful, you guys. All right, and here is our second wing. Whoop, whoop, because what we do to one side, we have to do to the other, right? Now, because I made a wash out of my paint, which means I just added a little bit of water, okay, I can come in and paint in this wing, and look at that. You guys can see that leg right through the wing. See that? Oh, that's exciting, isn't it? Okay, now we're going to paint in the second wing. Same thing. 1, 2. And we're going to add in 2 more wings. One goes here. Whoop. Right behind. See that guy? And then one goes here. Right behind. Whoop. Right there. See that? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you are so lucky on the West Coast. On the East Coast, it is about 9 o'clock at night. And I don't worry about myself because I'm a midnight owl because I can never sleep. However, I worry about folks that have to get up to work. So, here we go, everybody. Whew. Okay, so we got those 4 wings. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We made a nice wash so you guys can see through them. Okay, now I'm going to take some black paint and watch this. All right, I'm going to outline those wings. Here we go. See there? Ooh, yep, there's one. Okay, and I'm going to outline this wing. There's 2. We're going to outline the back wing. There's 3. And we're going to outline this guy over here. There. See that? 1, 2, 3, 4, you guys. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to give those wings a little vein. Look at that. See that? Little bee vein. How cute is this darn painting? I'm telling you what, I love my bee balm. All right, here we go. Here's the back. Pew, pew, pew. Okay, and each one of those wings gets a little vein in it. All right, little wing vein. Whew, whew, whew. Make that noise. The veins will come out better. Right, like a helicopter. Pew, pew, pew. Okay, and there's that 4th vein. And look at that, your little bee is done. Woo! Okay, like I said, on the original, I put 3 bees in there. For time's sake, I'm just going to complete 1. You guys take a little screenshot, whoopa whoopa, and now you have all the skills to do the rest of those bees, okay? All right, you put as many or as few in there as your heart makes your heart happy. All right, and then the last thing I'm going to do on the bottom, okay, is I'm going to fill in 1 more bee balm flower so I can demonstrate it one more time, okay? So what you do is you put white on one side of the brush. This bee balm flower is going to be purple, okay? Purple on the other. All right, now I am going to come right here, and first thing I do is I fill in the center of that bee balm flower. See that? Then I'm going to take white and purple, excuse me, and go whoop, white and purple, bloop, bloop, okay? We're doing it just like a firework, all right? Watch this. We're sprouting around. Boom. Okay? Just like a little firework. Oh, add a little pink in there by mistake. That's all right. I don't mind. Okay? See that? And you guys are going to go all the way around just like this. I'm going to decide that purple's in the front. Okay, because it's going to cover up my pink one. Bloop, bloop, bloop. All right, there's my first layer. Then I'm going to come in with more purple and less white and bring in a second layer. All right, and again, they look like just like something right out of the Dr. Seuss books. I swear I love them. Woo, woo. Aren't they fun? There we go. Oh, the bee balm delicious. That's kind of a happy accident when you put a little pink in there, isn't it? Woo! Okay? Then I'm going to grab a little white and a little purple on the tip of my brush. And I'm going to bring back the center of that bee balm flower. Now, that is too purple because I can't see the outline. So now I'm just going to grab some white and I'm going to give it the outline. Look at that. There you go. And there is my purple bee balm. All right, now you guys at home, okay? I know I lost about half of you because it's getting late. So, what I'm going to have you do tomorrow or whenever you finish this bad boy, you're going to make that beard as full as you like, okay? Add as many bees as you'd like. I've got one completed bead right there, all right? And then you're going to fill in all your bee balms, all different colors, okay? And once you do that, your masterpiece is going to be complete. Okay? You guys send me your finished parts, send me your finished paintings on my Artful Nights Maine. Thank you, honey. On my pom-pom. Ooh, the pom-pom. You're right. Thank you, Heather. Ooh. What would I do without my customers? I love you guys. Okay, so for the pom-pom, what you guys are going to do is you're going to take your medium brush. You're going to take this, what's it called? Old poop. I got an old poop brain, okay? You're going to take that medium brush and you're going to put gray on it, okay? Gray on that brush. And you're going to turn this brush into a woodpecker. What? What's a woodpecker doing? Peck it. Okay? So here we go. We got gray on one side. Whoops, you can't see that. White on the other. Grab a little bit more gray. And watch this. Right on the end, I am going to... Okay, look at that. I'm pecking in my little pom-pom. Look at that, my little woodpecker. Ooh, and she's wonderful. Thank you for the reminder. Sometimes I have brain farts, okay? And when we use this technique, it makes it nice and fluffy. Can you guys see that? Okay, I'm going to add a little white in there, pecking a little white, so that I can have some, what do you call it? Depth and dimension. Look at that. Oh, I got that little detail. Oh, well. Okay, so there's my pom-pom. It's gray, it's white. I'm using my brush like a little woodpecker. Okay? And then I'm going to grab my little tsetse fly, grab a little bit of black on it, and come into this pom-pom, and just like we were doing those bee balm flowers, you remember that? Just like we were doing the bee balms, you're going to come in and you are going to give this guy, hopefully he doesn't go off your page like mine does, all right? But if he does, that's all right. You're going to come around in a circle and you are just going to go whoop, whoop, just like eyelashes, okay? All the way around like you're turning a clock, all right? Boom, see that? And there is your bee balm pom-pom. Honey boo boo. All right, you guys. Yay! All right, I had a fabulous night with you. I hope you guys had a fabulous night. Don't forget to send your pictures. All right, I will see you next Sunday. Same time, same place. If you'd like an apron, just send me a message on my Facebook page and a private message, because you don't want to put your address on here. All right, private message me. We'll get your aprons to you guys. Next week, we are doing Mr. Goldfinches. Why? Because I love them. Oh, I love those goldfinches. Okay, you guys. I absolutely love you. And I will see you next week, okay? Bye, everybody. Yeah, you rock. You rock.